Hello everybody and welcome back to LEGO Empire, and in today's video we have Ask the Empire Part 9. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So starting off, we have @GabeLin620 asks, Ask the Empire, what kind of sets do you think we should get for the Revenge of the Sith anniversary? Now, Revenge of the Sith is one of the most content-packed LEGO Star Wars movies, if not the most ever. There is so much new stuff, so many unique aspects of that movie, and there's just so much going on. So I cannot, dumb it down to a few sets, but on screen here are a few different sets that I would absolutely love. There's endless possibilities, right? We could get a big Duel on Mustafar play set. We could get the, Senate building, the duel in the Senate building with Yoda and Palpatine. There's just infinite possibilities, but here are some of my most wanted sets on the screen now, and make sure to tell me down below, what are your most wanted Revenge of the Sith sets? Anyway, thank you for your question, and next up, we have @IcyMusicIDK asks, Ask the Empire, will they ever bring back the new Stormtrooper design Shadow Stormtroopers, and will they make an Incinerator Trooper? Very nice question, love that it's about some Imperial Troopers. Most of the questions I get on the channel are about clone troopers, so this is very nice. As far as Shadow Troopers go, I really can't see any possible sets that would get anytime soon where LEGO would re-release these Shadow Troopers. I love the most recent Shadow Trooper minifigure that they designed. I think it's absolutely perfect with that dual molded helmet, but I don't know when they're going to be coming out again in another set because I have no idea what set they could possibly appear in. But as far as the Incinerator Trooper goes, I think, yes, there is more of a possibility. It's linked to Mandalorian. LEGO sometimes likes to go back, to Season 1, Season 2, the early seasons of shows, and recreate sets or create sets they never made before. And that is definitely a possibility for us to get an Incinerator Trooper. But just for the record, I would absolutely love for both Shadow Troopers and Incinerator Troopers to be on shelves. That would just be an awesome, awesome time. Thank you very much for your question, and next up, @Flagmaster21 asks, Ask Empire, what is your favorite clone legion in shows/legends, and what is your favorite LEGO clone legion? Not only do they have the awesome, regular 501st clone troopers, we have 501st Specialist, a 501st Pilot, and that's the only Phase 2 pilot we've ever gotten in LEGO. We also have some other super unique things, like an animated style for 501st and a 2020 style. Two different styles for 501st clone troopers depending on which one you like more. And then we also have figures like Captain Rex, Fives, which will be coming out soon enough in the next few months. We have some insane stuff for the 501st. We have so many 501st clone troopers in LEGO, which is part of the reason I love them in LEGO, and they also look awesome. They don't really have any bad helmet holes. The Specialists do, but it makes sense that the Specialists have helmet holes, and they all look great. And as far as my favorite clone trooper, putting the LEGO aside, it's still a 501st because I like more mainline stuff in Star Wars. I'm kind of boring, plain Jane. You guys are probably thinking, what about all these obscure legions, right? The 327th, the 181st, all these other legions. I don't really care about them, in all honesty. 501st is cool. They marched on the Jedi Temple. Yeah, they're my favorite. Thank you for your question, and next up we have a question from @CursedStuds. Ask Empire, do you think LEGO will ever remake a Jabba's Palace in any way, shape, or form? I've always wanted a Master Builder series version, and I think your idea for a Master Builder series version is perfect. I don't know why this idea never crossed my mind, but a Master Builder series set for Jabba's Palace would be perfect, okay? Everyone wants their Jabba's Palace to have a Rancor pit beneath it, right? Imagine you get it all in one set. You get Jabba's Palace, you get the Rancor pit, and maybe LEGO goes really fancy with it, and they have minifigures from two different timelines, like the Clone Wars, and then, closer to the original trilogy. Or they could do, like, original trilogy, and then Book of Boba Fett minifigures. They could do a little split in there, like they did with the UCS Millennium Falcon. I think that would be so awesome, right? We get some characters like, Boosh, Princess Leia in disguise, Boba Fett maybe, Jabba finally making a return, Jabba, Max Rebo. Like, that would just be an insane set, and the build would be crazy good, and it would be a great alternative to, spending $500 plus on a sealed Jabba's Palace from 2012, which it's an amazing set, but would you rather pay $500 for that, or, $500 for a Master Builder series version? I think the answer is obvious. And finally, we have a question that could be kind of controversial with at Mr. Jonah 7950 asking, Ask Empire, do you think LEGO is doing a better job or no? And I assume by your question you mean, is LEGO improving as the years go by? And I would say yes, okay? Their builds are much more refined, much more stable. You know, a kid nowadays is going to have a much harder time breaking their sets while playing with them than a kid would, you know, even 5 years ago, right? LEGO is constantly improving with their builds for the most part. I can't really think of an example off the top of my head where a LEGO build now is worse than a LEGO build 10 years ago. Now, as far as minifigures go, I think for the most part, LEGO is also improving in that area. Minifigures are getting more and more detailed than ever and are getting a lot of love most of the time. Now, you know, I could sit here and talk about helmet holes and, you know, all the other print errors LEGO has had recently, not to mention the false advertising on the 501st Specialist Battle Pack a year ago, right? There are a few hiccups along the road, but all in all, you know, for the most part, I think LEGO is definitely improving, and I love where LEGO is going. One thing that is also happening while LEGO improves is the price is increasing. Now, I'm not always a fan of the price. I mean, no one's a fan of the price increasing, but I understand the price increasing for the most part. But the one thing I think LEGO needs to get better at, they need to look at a set before it releases, right? A set like the Pirate Snub Fighter that came out recently, and they need to look at that and say, is that worth $35? Would I buy that for $35? And if the answer is no, either add something a little extra to it to incentivize a purchase or lower the price. Because I think, especially in the example of the Pirate Snub Fighter, it should have been a $25 set. There's 2 minifigures and a small 200-piece build that screams $25 to me. Not $35, not even $30. $25 is all I would pay for that set. Another prime example that may hit closer to home for a lot of you watching is the Yoda Starfighter. Again, $35. Should have been a $25 set, realistically, or at least $30, because Obi-Wan Starfighter that we got in 2022 was also $30, but it included 3 minifigures with the first ever Kevin Nolan minifigure, which is a super high quality minifigure, and I think the set is definitely worth the $30 that you'll be paying for it, especially with that third minifigure being such a cool pick. A lot of people were really hoping that LEGO would include a, you know, Clone Wars Darth Bane, for example, in the Yoda Starfighter, but lo and behold, we got R2-D2 and Yoda, just your plain old Yoda and R2-D2. Really, that set, it's a great set, but it's overpriced. And that's my thoughts on that. So LEGO is overall improving, but their prices could use some work in some areas. Anyway, with that being said, thank you all for your questions. Comment down below if you have any questions you want to be answered in part 10 of Ask the Empire. Can't believe we're already to part 10. We would be probably to part 100 by now if I stayed consistent with this series. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you all next week if I remember to film one of these. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Again, comment down below any questions you may have, and I will see you all in the next video. Have an amazing day. Peace out.